Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets want you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Eve SpiritSpeaks, who will be talking about the four clairs and doing psychic readings for you. Before I bring on Eve, I have some quick announcements that on April 5th, I'm going to have Frank Falcon doing tarot readings. On April 12th, I'm going to have Jeremy, and on May 10th, I'm going to have psychic numerologist Jeremy Ryden as my guest. He's the author of The Quest Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide, and Your Soul Story, How to Create the Life You Always Wanted. On April 19th and May 17th, I'm having Brian Rawls, who's the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on April 26th, I'm having Bob Stahl, who'll be talking about angel cards. On May 3rd, I'm having Bill Foss, who's the author of Journey into the Akashic Records and the Secrets of Spiritual Success, who'll be talking about the Akashic Records. And on May 24th, I'm having Carl Jung talking about dreams. On May 31st, I'm having Kirsten Ross, who'll be talking about animal communication. And on March 31st, this coming Saturday, and on April 28th, I'll be at the School of Multidimensional Healing Psychic Fair in Irvine, California, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. On April 7th, I'll be at the Healing Key in Long Beach from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And on April 8th, I'll be at the New Earth Expo that's going to be held at the Garland Hotel in North Hollywood, California. And on April 14th, I'll be at the School Learning Light Foundation Psychic Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Eve SpiritSpeaks. Hello, Eve.
Hi there, Shelley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing much better.
Can you tell the callers about yourself?
Absolutely. I am a physician who graduated from UCLA Medical School. I've done training in both family medicine and in psychiatry in search of getting more to the heart of the matters that ail us. I am now removed from that. While I still carry all of my traditional healing skills, I have added to them the metaphysical ones. So I am now a certified advanced pranic healer. I am a certified Reiki healer, and I work on Akashic Records and am an intuitive counselor.
And Eve, can you please share with us about yourself and how to help others metaphysically?
Certainly. What I love to do is using a combination of my diagnostic skills from traditional medicine and my clairvoyance and other senses that I have that we would call ESP. Basically, I will be able to hone in psychically on the things that might be ailing you or things that could be tuned up. And I can work with you both verbally as a counselor and energetically to help balance imbalances and to bring out strengths that have been perhaps resting more dormantly within you, so that you will gain the confidence necessary to master obstacles in relationships, at work, improve your finances, gain success in general, or also to help you manifest the things that you want, the vocation, home, the ideal partner, etc. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome, Eve. And let's take our first caller, which is area code 347. Hello, 347.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. This is Tanika.
This is Tanika?
Yeah.
And Tanika,
Hi there.
What is your question today?
I wanted to see if you guys saw any changes coming up for me with work, if you see any changes for me, or if you see anyone leaving, in particular someone that just started there that works right next to me. And also if you see anything about love life for me, I'm open to hearing it.
All right. How much time do we have? Can I address all her questions, or should I pick one prominent one?
Just take one. But thank you, Eve.
Of course. All right. Now, I just want to say very quickly that the first thing that I see is I do see some change, but more of a lateral move or some type of a move among the people that are surrounding you at work. What I'd like to do is, you had mentioned a relationship question, and that's a specialty of mine. So could you repeat the relationship question?
Yes, I just wanted to know if you saw anything coming up for me as far as love life, what you see for me with love life. That was the second part of my question.
All right. 6 to 7 months from now is the time I'm getting. I have here that you are to have faith and trust that you can naturally meet someone without having to really put yourself out there. I'm not saying not to put yourself out there. I'm simply saying, you needn't charge forth like a bull in a china shop in order to find this person. It won't be necessary to do that. You can allow your friends to be introducing people to you. Really more it's about you're getting out with your friends and doing different things in your area of interest. And there will be a person, there may be others before 6 or 7 months, and that's fine. But in around that time, you may find someone that you just feel a very strong magnetic attraction to, and the feeling is going to be mutual.
Okay.
Tanika, I feel that there is love coming in the future for you. You will get into a relationship, and I feel that it's a man with a child, that he has a son, and under 8 years old, so he is a father, and he lives with his son part-time. You know, that both he and the ex-wife have joint custody of the boy. And he is self-employed. He works for himself. And I feel that he's very nice and that he's an attractive man, that there'll be a strong attraction between the two of you. And I feel that he's your soulmate. I feel that there's a soulmate connection between the two of you, and you will get into a relationship. Things look like that work has been kind of a challenge for you.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask. And honestly, that's why I had to ask. There's someone that just got hired that works next to me. I work at a front desk at a medical facility where it's like 2 or 3 people at a front desk checking people in. And it's only room for 2 people, so it's just me and another person now. And she's very negative and just very volatile, and it's affecting me a lot. So I was just hoping that you guys would see some change happen with that, because it is affecting me.
I feel that you need to say something to management. If she's being difficult.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
And management is going to investigate and look into it, and they're going to have a talk with her to let her know that she cannot be volatile at work. They are going to look into it, and they are going to talk to her. So something is going to be done. And once they talk to her, it doesn't look like you'll have any more problems.
Okay, because I did talk to them, and she acts one way in front of them and yeses them to death, you know, and as soon as they leave, it's another thing. She goes back to the way she is. So,
well, she's
I don't know.
very manipulating and controlling.
Right.
And I feel that you just have to let management know how she's acting, and that she's not acting that way in front of them, but you have no reason to make up anything, that you've been there a long time, you get along with people, you like your job, and you have no reason to make anything up. And that it's a hostile work environment working with her, and you really don't want to work with her unless you have to. Just tell them that. I think the problem is going to get rectified in the next 2 to 4 weeks. The problem's going to get rectified. And Eve, how can Tanika get in contact with you?
Oh, certainly. By calling me at area code 949-424-4494, or reaching me on my Facebook business page, SpiritSpeaks.com. Oh, excuse me, Eve Spirit Speaks.
Okay, can I ask, Shelley, may I ask a question? I just came from the doctor today, and they told me that I have like 2 small uterine fibroids, and I've been trying to have children for like a few years now, and for some reason I don't get pregnant. Do you see me ever being able to bear children of my own?
Yes. But anyway, we have to go now. Thank you for calling.
All right. Thank you. Thank you,
All right,
Eve.
bye-bye.
Of course.
We're going to now continue our interview with Eve Spirit Speaks, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Could you tell us about what the clairs are, Dr. Eve?
Absolutely. The clairs, named after the French word clair, is clarity, or seeing or sensing very clearly something. We already have our physical senses. What a lot of people don't appreciate and what they underutilize in their lives are these extra sensory powers that we have, the clairs. We can see clearly beyond the physical. So, what we do when we're using our clairs is we're expanding our ability to assess our environment and those around us, as well as our situations, so that we can better navigate through this playground of life on Earth and get to resolving situations in a sooner and in a way that is best for the highest good of all.
Awesome. And let's take our next caller, Eve, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Dr. Eve. Hi, Shelley.
Hi there, Carolyn.
Can you hear me clearly?
Absolutely.
Okay. My question is, what do you guys pick up for me coming up in the next couple of months regarding my social life?
Ooh. Okay.
I want one.
All right. First of all, what I'm getting is, yes, I get some discontentment, I get some boredom in that area. However, I'm also getting that there's an opportunity you may be missing. So somewhere within your schedule, I know you need time to rest. I know you need time to convalesce from things. It's important also to make some time to go to a social venue or to go out, because this is how you meet more people, okay? And there doesn't appear to be enough of that in your life. You know, it's one thing to go to attend a class or a workshop or an event that you work, and yet it's a whole other thing to just going for the sake of enjoying yourself somewhere and not have any responsibilities. You don't have to be tending to the teacher. You don't have to be tending to the readers at the fair, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So by opening yourself up more to social events, you can actually open yourself to more possibilities than you are receiving right now. And then you can kind of tip the scales more away from the boredom and discontentment towards their opposite.
That's true. Oh, okay. That's good advice. Thank you.
You bet.
Carolyn, I feel that, you know, that you have friends, and that if you let your friends know that you like to go out with them, that there would be activities, social activities around your friendships that you have. And it looks like when the summer months come, that you're going to be invited to outdoor festivities, you know, outdoor events, the parties or, you know, special events that you're going to get invited to. And I see you going to a musical in the future. I feel you're going to start going to the theater and going to musicals. And you like music, you love music, and music makes you happy. So I think anything around music would be good for you, you know, to attend. And it looks like you'll get invited to some kind of musical that's coming up in the summer, and that you'll be going to that. So it does look like there are going to be social activities coming up with friends and activities that you can do, you know, other than business activities, more social activities. And you might consider joining some meetup groups. They're inexpensive. They're not expensive, and it's a way to connect with people that have the same interests as you do, and to make new friends. And you could find meetup on the internet. So you might consider meetup. And, and Dr. Eve, how can Carolyn get in contact with you?
Oh, Carolyn can email me at SpiritSpeaks@gmail.com, or she can text me at area code 949-424-4494.
Okay, thank you both. Have a great day.
Thank you for calling in, Carolyn.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Carolyn. We're now going to continue our interview with Eve Spirit Speaks, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 860. How can our listeners explore and develop their clairs, Dr. Eve?
Excellent question. This is something that we all can tap into. It simply takes some practice. So, if you sign up for one of my classes on a Saturday morning at the SMHAS Center in Irvine, that stands for School of Multidimensional Healing Arts and Sciences, you will join a group for that day where I review different clairs and focus on certain ones in psychic exercises so that you can practice with a partner. And there is no judgment, no censorship. We simply have a safe place for you to be able to test out your skills in a playful, lighthearted manner.
Awesome. Well, let's take our next caller, Dr. Eve, which is area code 860.
All right.
Hello, 860.
Hi, this is Amla. How are you?
We're fine. How are
you? Hi there, Amla.
Good. So my question is, I've been meeting somewhat people, I guess, for a relationship, but they're not quite the right fit. I'm wondering if you see me with somebody in the spring, April, May, June. you see me with somebody significant.
I see that as a distinct possibility. I'm also seeing that there is, there are a couple things that I'm seeing. One is that, can you hear me all right?
Yes, yep.
Okay, perfect. So one of the things I'm seeing is that your energy seems to be, or at least the people who are getting attracted to your energy, some of them tend to be a little bit flaky, a little bit noncommittal.
Yeah.
And there is a corollary to that. What is correlated to that is that I'm also sensing this underlying concern or fear over getting to that type of person. So the important thing to do to turn around the type of person that you manifest for yourself is, rather than coming from that place of fear or concern that you'll end up with another one of those, it's important to envision, as if looking through a portal into your paradise, envision the characteristics and how a man that you would desire would make you feel. And as you focus on that instead, you'll actually be attracting that more from the universe toward you than these guys, because where we spend our energy is where we end up.
That makes sense. So do you feel or sense when this might be happening?
It's feeling more like end of May and into June, although you could bring that closer to you the more you're working on this, more on manifesting and getting rid of the fears. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually wrote a really defined and detailed list. I mean, everything of what I'm looking for. So it's a great reminder too. So.
Yes. It's important to hone in on the top priorities and work on that, because the other thing I had gotten a glimpse of was a bit of perfectionism, and so we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. Well, thank you. Shelley, do you have anything?
Yeah, Alma, I feel that there is a guy coming up June, July. And he's a little bit younger in age. There's about a 2 or 3 years age difference, so that's not bad. And he's very attractive. He's really cute. And he's very spunky. You know, he has an outgoing personality. He's very active with family and friends. He's very social. So, you know, it would be a relationship in which you would be doing a lot of things together, you know. And it feels like it's a good match for you. It feels like you and he have a lot of things in common. You kind of marry each other. I feel it's a soulmate connection and that you marry each other. So there's a lot of things that you have in common. So you would have a very strong connection with each other and get along with each other. And I feel that he has a dog. I don't know why I'm picking up a dog. I hope you like dogs. But he has a dog. He has a dog that he's attached to, and he often goes places with the dog. So I hope you like dogs, because he might be bringing the dog on the dates.
That's funny. It's funny. That was too funny. Wow. I'm looking forward to this. I am really looking forward to new beginnings and reinventing myself, you know, to meet that attractive person, the person that's the right fit for me. So
yeah, he'd be a good fit for you. It'd be a good match. And it's coming in June, July, so be prepared. And Eve, how can Alma get in contact with you?
She can reach me on my Facebook page, Eve Spirit Speaks. Email me at evespiritspeaks@gmail.com, or she can text me at 949-424-4494.
And you can reach me at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Alma.
Thank you so much. Blessing. Thanks.
Blessings.
Blessings to you.
I'm now ready to continue my interview with Eve Spirit Speaks, and then we'll take our next caller, which is area code 917. Dr. Eve, would you describe clairvoyance for us?
Absolutely. This is also from a French term. We have the clair that we've already reviewed, which is the clear or sense of clarity. Voyance is from the word to see in French. So this is the ability to see energy and in other cases to see spirit. Clairvoyants usually see in their mind's eye. This can be that holographic movie screen that exists in your head when you close your eyes. If you try to visualize something, it will usually appear on this screen that is your mind's eye. Now, clairvoyants are able to see auras of the living. They can see chakras and their conditions of the living, and they can see those who've crossed over. Some can see images and metaphors which are meaningful for certain situations. Now, what I'm talking about is when suddenly, while I'm trying to problem solve, I might see something in front of me, but it's as if it were on a translucent movie screen, and it is a symbol. It might be simply an image. And what I need to do with that is, if it doesn't become immediately clear to me why I'm looking at this image, I will ask. I will ask the image. Really, I'm just asking the universe. And then what often kicks in are one of my other clairs to help me with that. Either I might hear a little voice saying words. It's not that I am delusional or schizophrenic and believing that I am thinking somebody is standing next to me. It's not that at all. It's simply that because we have energy and we can sense things, we will then be able to sense energy in a way that is parallel or aligned with our physical senses, because that's what we're most familiar with. So whatever we see clairvoyantly that is not obvious to the physical eyes of other people who are not tuned in, we can then either understand immediately, or we may need to enlist the help of some of our other senses to clarify what we see.
Thank you, Dr. Eve. And Dr.
Absolutely.
Eve, let's take our next caller, which is area code 917. Hello, 917.
Hello, Shelley. Hello, Dr. Eve. My name is
Hi there.
Ellen.
Ellen.
And what is your name?
It's
Ellen.
Chevellen?
Ellen.
It's just Ellen, yes? Ellen.
Oh, Ellen.
Yes.
Hello, Ellen.
There you go. Yeah.
My question concerns a career change. It's something I've been playing with, doing it in bits and pieces, trying to move forward, change jobs, and it hasn't happened yet. Do you see that happening in the near future?
This, in part, depends on you. As soon as you started talking about a job change, I was hearing yes in very big letters. I could see like this neon sign in front of me with huge letters and heard a powerful yes. So this is something that you have felt tentative about, and that's what's coming through in your level of progress. Once you determine that you more than fully deserve this and are more than fully competent to do this, that's when you are going to be sending out that signal for success in the universe. And that is when they will respond in kind, because the universe only knows how to say yes to you when you put something out. So if we put something out half-heartedly, that's the kind of result that we get, because that's what we're saying we're ready for. Have no doubt in your mind. That is to say, when it comes to your ability to do more, to do significantly more, because you are under challenge where you are in terms of your using your skills and what comes naturally to you. There's more to you than what is showing up at this job, because this job does not challenge you that way. Okay, this job is challenging you more in the way that there's a lot of busy work and there's a lot of stuff on your strength. It's just more busy work, and that can be tiring and can get a little monotonous and draining. You are better served by doing something more well-suited to your wonderful skill set, and I'm seeing that you do have a wonderful skill set.
Thank you. That's very encouraging.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing, Ellen, something in the medical field or something in the accounting field, working with finances or working in a medical facility. So I feel that that's not something that you're doing now. So I think that you're going to be making a career change and going in a different direction with your career and working in a different work environment than what you're working in now. It's going to be more challenging. It's going to be rewarding. You're going to like it. You're going to enjoy it. It's something that you would like and want to do. And it's coming up before September time. So sometime in the fall or early summer or midsummer, a job is coming up for you. So it's going to take a couple months, but you don't be discouraged if it takes a little while. You will find the right and perfect job for yourself. You will be leaving the company that you're in this year and going to work for another company. So the job is coming up, and it's going to be a good paying job. It's going to be a positive work environment. And it's going to be a bit challenging, but challenging in a good way, not challenging in a bad way. So I do feel that you're making a change. Dr. Eve, how can Ellen get in contact with you?
Oh, she is more than welcome to text me at area code 949-424-4494 or to email me at evespiritspeaks@gmail.com.
Wonderful.
And you can get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com, and thank you for calling.
Thank you, Shelley, and thank you, Dr. Eve.
Of course.
Dr. Eve, how would you define clairsentience?
Thank you, Shelley. A most common form of clairsentience is one's gut feeling. And to back up one step so that I am defining the term the way I did clairvoyance, we are now on to sentir. Sentir is Spanish, and there's also a French version of it, to feel. So what we're doing here is with clairsentience, we are experiencing a state of very clear feeling. This feeling can be emotional or physical. And so to get to the gut feeling portion of this is often a strong emotional response that feels kind of physical. For example, a feeling of dread or a feeling of excitement. There could be a sinking feeling in one's gut, and that could mean that something's not going to end well or should be avoided. An uplifted or excited feeling in the gut could mean that you're on the right track. Hindsight will show you that gut feelings appear for a reason, often as a warning. Clairsentience can also be a physical sensation. Some people experience physical sensations in certain places of their body when they open their chakras and tune into spirit. For example, when I tune into a client's energy, often I will feel a tingling sensation as I move my hands closer to their aura. Now, with regard to physical feelings, we can actually, for those that we are close to, we may actually feel physically what they are experiencing. In traditional medicine, the closest we got to actually discussing clairsentience was when a husband felt his wife's pains when she was pregnant. And so we would call those sympathy pains. We certainly wouldn't say clairsentience, but we did call it sympathy pain. And the metaphysical definition of that is that because he is so close to her relationally, their energies blend often, and so he may, being attuned so acutely to her energy, he may at times actually experience inside of his physical core or his physical body the sensation that she is physically experiencing.
Awesome. And let's take our next caller, Dr. Eve, which is area code 312. Hello, 312.
Oh, hello. My name's Karen. I'm calling from Chicago. And my question is, my question is, I just finished a temporary project, and I'm just wondering, I know it's a holiday, so everything's slow, but I'm wondering if you see someone calling me for work. I'm actively looking.
Okay. All right. Is this project related to the work, to the new work?
Well,
I'm wondering what the connection is between the project and the work.
Oh, it's ended, but it'll start. That particular project will start up again in September, October. But right now,
now I understand your question better. Okay, thank you. I was at first preliminary attempting to link, and I couldn't, that project to this upcoming work. Okay, so you're looking for work in the meantime. I got it.
Yes.
Okay, I am getting a yes that you will get that. Okay. I get that you are embarking in a time of change right now. So I'm seeing a change in 3 different areas of your life, actually. And one thing, a change in one area usually begets a shift or a change in another. So this is interesting. I do see some fluidity in things happening for you over the next few months. I do get that you will be presented with 1 or 2 opportunities relatively soon. Now, hold on. Now, what I'm getting is that the opportunity, or one of those couple opportunities, might not be coming immediately, not within the next couple of days or so, or excuse me, not in the next couple of days beyond the weekend. However, within about a week's time, you may be getting an offer for one of those opportunities that is good for you.
Oh, okay. That's what I think, because it's Easter and Passover, and there's not a lot going on right now, and there's a lot of kids from spring break that are around. So, that.
Exactly. So have patience. No worries, because it's coming. It's coming toward you.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, Shelley.
I feel that there'll be a project within 1 or 2 weeks, and it looks like the project would last 6 to 8 weeks, a month and a half to 2 months. And then I feel that the project coming up in September, October would be a longer project, something that would be longer than the project that's coming up. The project that's coming up is kind of a short project, and then you have the longer project in September, October. And Dr. Eve, how can Karen get in contact with you?
Thank you. She can contact me by calling 949-424-4494 and leaving a message, or texting me. And she can email me at evespiritspeaks@gmail.com.
Oh, thanks.
And you can get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care.
We're now going to continue our interview with Dr. Eve, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 845. What about clairaudient, Dr. Eve?
Of course. Clairaudience is the ability to hear. We have a clair for the clarity, and then the odd. We even have the word auditory in English, so you can see where this is derived from. Now, clairaudience usually manifests as a little voice inside of us. It may sound like our voice, or it may sound like someone else's voice. Often, when I hear words spoken, I call it a voiceless voice because it does not seem to have my tonal quality. and it doesn't seem to have anyone else's. It's almost like a whisper voice, nondescript. And that works for me because then I simply focus on the content. Now, it is rare to hear a voice outside of our bodies speaking. Usually we do hear it within, but it is possible. For instance, there was once, there are very, Shelley and you and I both have, I'm sure, many scenarios that we've had with clients and that clients have relayed to us. So one such experience was when one young lady was really wishing she could reach her girlfriend who was in a time zone 3 hours later than she. So when this young lady really wanted to but could not speak to her girlfriend in New York from the West Coast, she actually called to her just in thought and shared with her everything as if her girlfriend could hear her, as if they were talking on the phone. The very next day, her girlfriend called her on the phone and said, the strangest thing happened to me last night. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I arose from my sleep, and it seemed as though, as strange as it might be, it seemed as though your voice or you were standing at the foot of my bed calling my name because you needed me. So, yes, clairaudience can appear that way as well.
Awesome. Well, let's take our next caller, Dr. Eve, which is area code 845.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
I have the pleasure of speaking to.
Hi. My name is Catherine.
Hi,
Hello,
Catherine.
Hi. My question is, I'm finishing up this project for work, and I would like to team up with certain companies. I'm wondering if you see that happen either with Carlos's company or Taylor's company.
Okay. I am getting a more favorable response for Taylor's company than for Carlos's.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me just a little bit more about, here's another project question. Is this project in relation to the collaboration you would have with either of these other companies? Or is this something separate that you're, okay, good, because this time that's what I was feeling. All right. It seems that Taylor's company seems to be more open to and in a place so that they would be ready to begin using whatever this is, okay? Whatever services that this provides, whatever's going on. Carlos's company, well, there might be some early indications or, like a few headliner topics that might seem that things would work well between you two. When you look more deeply, there doesn't seem to be as much overlap between their goals at this current time. They might be more prepared later, but it feels like Taylor is right there and ready to go.
Wonderful. And can I ask him as soon as next week?
Possibly as soon as next week you might. Now, what is it exactly you're asking? Possibly next week you might hear a response from them, or you would like to speak with them?
Contact them. Yes. I would like
definitely yes for contacting them, and then just have a little bit of patience. It just takes a few days for them to line up the more formal conversations because you'll be talking with more than one person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a few people there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, wonderful. Yes, and I'm hoping to grow with them. Perhaps we could do more than just the one project together.
Mm-hmm. That's a definite possibility with Taylor. It's good for you to be keeping your eyes open and definitely explore all your options. It's simply that Taylor stands out as a very positive one for you.
Fantastic. Yes, that feels right to me too. That feels right.
Good. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you both so very much. Thank you, and happy and blessed Easter if you celebrate Easter or Passover.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
We're now going to continue our interview with Dr. Eve, and if time, we'll take another caller. How many clairs do you use in your readings and healings, Dr. Eve?
I use all of them. So that would include the ones we've discussed: clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience, also claircognizance. And just in a quick sentence, this is simply when an inspiration or a thought pops into our head spontaneously. This comes through the crown and the third eye chakras. Two others that I use: clairgustance. This is the ability to taste something. Also, clairalience, the ability to smell something. So when I've had a client who has been in a fire, I have been able to taste smoke and a scorched taste in my mouth. So that would be an example of clairgustance. A more pleasant example would be, and this has happened often because I'm a foodie, and spirit relates to us in ways that we really can identify with. When I am doing mediumship for someone, and there have been a number of times that I have been doing it for women who know how to cook and cook well. One such experience was when I could see this huge vat of the most aromatic and the most delicious tasting pasta sauce. And it turned out that she not only knew how to cook a most wondrous sauce, but she owned a restaurant with her husband, and they did catering. So you never know which senses will come into use for you. The last one among these, I believe I've included all of them so far, is lucid dreaming. And I know that Carl is going to do a program where he analyzes dreaming. I'm just going to say a headline about lucid dreaming. There are times when we can have something called a precognitive dream. And this is a dream that can reveal the future to you and show that you're on the right track and aligned with your highest path or purpose. Or it could show that you need to veer just a little bit more to the left or to the right to do that. So lucid dreaming is where we may see truth from the higher realms. The higher realms can bring us messages in our dreams through a loved one appearing before us, a loved one who's crossed over. The way that we can know that we've had a lucid dream is when we awaken and it feels as though our dream had been real. There was a logical sequence to it. Maybe someone who's crossed over that we love has spoken to us. It may be that we have gone through an experience and we saw it come to fruition from beginning toward its end. These that feel so real and that are memorable for weeks, months, possibly years afterward, these are our lucid dreams.
Awesome. Very interesting. And Dr. E, we have time for one more caller. Let's take area code 202. Hello, 202.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who
Hi
do we
there.
have the pleasure of speaking to?
Claudette.
Who?
Claudette?
Yes.
Arnett?
No.
Claudette.
Yes.
Spell your name.
Hi, Claudette.
Yes, it's Claudette. Yes.
Clauddette, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Beautiful. How are you?
Well, I'm feeling a little better, but the last couple of weeks I just haven't been feeling well in my head.
Can you speak up a little bit? We're having a hard time hearing you.
I'm sorry. Let me come over here. The last couple of weeks I have not been feeling well. I've been feeling a little dizzy in my head. I'm feeling a little better now, but I'm wondering where the problem started, if it was with the ENT or my immune system, which I think might be off.
Okay. All right. Now, what I'm getting actually is your immune. It doesn't appear to be from your immune system. It does appear to be related to hydration and to your ears. Okay. Also, you've had while we're discussing the dizziness or the lightheadedness, there's something more that's going on beyond that. You have a lot of congestion. When I look at your chakras, I see a lot of congestion in your inner eye chakra. And often, well, never mind often, what I see specifically for you is a lot of mental activity. There's been a lot of wondering, a lot of attempted troubleshooting ahead of time for things. You have a lot of concerns up there. And when we tend to overuse our minds, when we tend to overthink and start to get into circular thinking where we're not giving our mind a rest, then it can manifest as dizziness, lightheadedness, or even a headache. So it's very important to release the doubt and to release that excess mental activity. And simply because the world's not going to change one way or another, whether you have a congested chakra or you have a nice, healthy, balanced, clean one. So let's take off all the extra worry and concerns and thoughts from your plate so that you can simply focus on rest and yourself and what you can do to pamper yourself. Now, this is in addition to something going on with your ear system and your hydration. So please be sure to drink more fluids because you're using so much energy up there that no matter what kind of activity that you do that uses up energy, it's important to rehydrate because physiologically, when we use our energy, we produce heat, and heat dehydrates us. So please drink more fluids.
Do you think that the ENT had damaged my ears in any way when he was cleaning it out?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not. I do not see any likelihood that cleaning the ear out is related to the dizziness.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. But I have to.
And you needn't worry because physically, when they go in to clean the ear, they can only go as far as the tympanic membrane that seals your ear off. All right? All the workings inside are beyond that, and he does not have access to that with the equipment he has.
Okay. Thank you very much, but I'm going to take heed to what you just said.
Absolutely.
Claudia?
Shelley?
Hello.
Yes, Claudia. I agree with Dr. Eve that it's the ear, it's the inner ear. So I would have your ears cleaned and have your ears checked. And it does feel that the dizziness is going to kind of comes and goes. It's not consistent. It's not going to be consistent. It's something that's going to come and go. So you really need to get your ears checked because the dizziness could affect your balance. So before you have a problem with balance, you need to get the ears checked as soon as possible so that you don't have a balance problem because it governs balance.
Yeah.
And Dr. Eve, how can Claudette get in contact with you?
Claudette can reach me by texting me at area code 949-4494 or by emailing me at SpiritSpeaks@gmail.com.
And you can get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to PsychicHorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Claudette.
Thank you, Claudette. I wanted to thank Eve Spirit Speaks for being a special guest on the Psychic Horizon Show today. She'll be back in the future. I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for producing the Psychic Horizon Show at Goldilocks from Goldilocks Productions. And I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon Show today. Thank you for calling, Dr. Eve.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me here, Shelley. As usual, it's been a pleasure, and it's been too long. I appreciate it. Thank you, callers. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.